quick note on round 9. It's a very straightforward round. This is us at the end of round 8. This is us at the end of round 9. Round 9 is just double crochet all the way around in the back loops. So you're more than happy with that, I think. So I just wanted to show you round 8, round 9, and we'll go straight on to round 10, which is a little bit more interesting. Round 10 is rather exciting. We've got some new things going on round 10. We've got some much longer stitches, front post double trebles. And we're starting to create, if I show you our completed mandala, we're starting to create, we're moving towards the point of these poinsettia petals by working some of these front post treble stitches together. So you've got 3 points of beginning for these stitches, 1, 2 and 3, and they all come up to one end point up here. So you can see you're starting to get that kind of curve inwards on the petal. So we're going to be working on that. It's not too tricky, so let's see how it's done. We're going to start this round, and indeed all the pattern repeats of this round are going to begin at the top of one of the front post treble stitches from round 8. So I'm going to join the yarn into the back loop only of one of those double crochet from the round before, just in the same way as before, which is to say I pulled up a loop and pulled the wrong end of the working yarn through, pull up a loop and pull the working end of the yarn through to secure it in place. That's going to count as our first double crochet of our repeat. Okay, so that's where we're going to start now, and that's our beginning point of every repeat of our pattern, so our anchor point, if that's what you want to call it. To start with, we're just going to be very familiar territory with 3 double crochet. Good time to remind you it is UK terms only, because you might be joining us on this round if this is something that's a bit new to you. So 3 double crochet, and we're ready to look at the slightly more complex part of this round. So we're going to be making long stitches, double treble stitches, which are easy to do. I'll show you in a minute. And we're going to be making them front post versions of the stitch, which just means they're working around these posts. We've got 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 from round 7. Again, easy to identify because obviously we're working in that colour, we're matching that colour, we're doing pepper and pepper. So we have got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 as I mentioned. Our first stitch is going to come into this one here. Then we're going to do 3 behind these 3 and a standalone one on the end again. You'll see what I mean. Let's just get on and do it, shall we? So front post double trebles, sorry, which mean they're slightly longer than trebles. So we're going to start by going round the hook twice with our yarn, and we're going to put the hook just behind, to start with, the first of those 5 posts from round 7. Just make our stitch in the normal way. So we've pulled the yarn through, yarn over and through 2 loops 1 time, yarn over and through 2 loops 2 times, and yarn over and through 2 loops 3 times. So that's a front post double treble. You can see it's given the illusion that that stitch starts from there and goes all the way up. So it's a nice tall stitch. The next 3 that we're going to work, they're all going to be worked around these posts in exactly the same way that we've just done. But what we're going to do is we're going to make them come together into a point. And we're going to do that by not quite finishing off the stitches until we've got all 3 on the hook. I'll show you what I mean with that now as well. So yarn around the hook twice, put our hook through round the back of that next post stitch, yarn over and pull through. Then we're going to go yarn around the hook and pull through 2, yarn around the hook and pull through 2, and we're going to stop there. So we've got 2 loops left on the hook, and that is where we want to be. We don't want to do any more to this just yet. We want to move on now. So same thing again, yarn around the hook twice. We're going to put our hook through the back, or round the back of the centre post of those 5 available posts. This is going to be our centre point of the petal here. Yarn over and pull through. So we've got yarn over, pull through 2 once, yarn over, pull through 2 twice, and stop there. Now we've got 3 loops on the hook. Let's do that one more time. So yarn around the hook twice. Now we're going to put our hook through the back of the 4th post in that little group of 5. Pull our yarn through, yarn over and through 2, yarn over through 2, and let's just stop there. And we've got 4 loops on the hook. That's where we need to be. We're going to now pick up our yarn and pull it through all 4 of those loops. We have now created 3 into 1. So if you see, all 3 of those are starting at their own individual starting points. We've got 1, 2 and 3, but then they're all coming together, coming up, 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 and they're joined together in one single point at the top. Okay, so that's going to create this lovely inward curve in this petal. Let's just finish off now, because we've got one more standalone double treble to do on the outside here to finish off this little grouping. So round the hook twice, through the back of that post stitch, yarn through, yarn over and pull through 2, yarn over and pull through 2, yarn over and pull through 2. So that's all the super long stitches dealt with for this repeat. We've got some stitches to miss out in this, or skip in this round. So if you recall, we're just going to pull our work forward like we did before. Have a look at the back. So I can see that this, let me get my little needle. This stitch has been worked, so I'm going to ignore that. I've got to skip 3 stitches. So 1, 2 and 3, and I'm going to work into this one here. Okay, so here we go. And we're just back to doing normal old-fashioned double crochet. So 1, 2 and 3. We're going to do 2 to finish our repeat. That's 1 and that is 2. So let's have a little look at that in its entirety, because that is one pattern repeat. Let me talk you through it so that you can possibly follow your pattern at the same time. I don't know if you can do that sort of thing. We've got 1, 2 and 3 double crochet. We've got a front post treble coming down here and going around the post of the trebles, front post trebles from below. Then we've got front post double they're double trebles. So let me do that again. So let's just have a look at this complete repeat of this pattern. We've got 1, 2 and 3 double crochet. Then we've got a standalone front post double treble coming down here, and we've got 3, 1, 2, 3 front post trebles all together coming up into one point. Then we've got another standalone front post double treble at the end and 2 double crochet. So that little lot constitutes one pattern repeat, and now we're going to start it all over again. At the beginning, I told you that the beginning point of every repeat is going to be directly above one of these front post trebles from round 8, and here we are. So if you're making a start in that position, you know your stitch count's going to work out okay, because that's exactly where you need to be. So I'm going to whiz through a repeat for you. So we've got 3 double crochet, 1, 2 and 3. We've got 1 standalone front post double treble, so round the hook twice if you notice there, around that first post of the group of 5. And now I'm going to do 3 of them together, 3 front post double trebles together. So twice around the hook and round the back of the second post of the group of 5, twice round the hook, round the back of the center post of the group of 5, and I'm leaving a loop on the hook at the end of each stitch. Last time, round the hook twice, behind the 4th post of the group of 5, yarn over and pull through 2 hook loops twice, and now I'm left with 4 loops on the hook. Pick up the yarn and pull through all 4. Yarn around the hook twice and put the hook back through the final post of that group of 5 and make a standalone double treble. So it's yarn over through 2, yarn over through 2, yarn over through 2. I'm going to pull forward, skip 3 stitches, 1, 2 and 3, and I'm going to make 2 double crochet to finish my repeat. Okay, so those are pattern repeats for this round. I'm going to go around and finish it up, and we'll have a look at it at the end. Okay, just doing the last front post double treble 3 together. That's a mouthful, isn't it? Just doing that now. How are you getting on with these? Okay? Not okay? Anyone crying? Hope not. Nearly done. There we go. And I'm going to pull forward 1, 2, 3. Oh, look at that. Exactly the right number left. I'm always slightly surprised when I get to the end and I've done it correctly. Okay, so I'm going to do my needle join, as you know, and that will complete round 10. Can't wait to see what's awaiting us in round 11.